Let's get into it. Sold Not For Sale podcast. Coach Colin here. We got Joe Rogan, Elon Musk discussing something before it actually happened. Recently, it's actually taken place. Elon Musk sends a rescue crew to rescue some astronauts that have been stranded in space for something like 800 days or something like that. Biden administration left them very stranded, and they did it because of politics. Very, very wild stuff. We're going to hear Elon Musk and Joe Rogan talk about that right now. And then I'm going to show you the clips of the takeoff, the landing, the astronauts, and their appreciation for one president. And it's not Biden. Can you guess who it is? Let's get into it.
Yeah, I mean, I like that meme where it's like the people telling you that what you're hearing is disinformation are the same people that did the pregnant man emoji.
Yes. Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah. Well, also the same people that say a woman attacked a Tesla factory.
Yeah.
The woman.
It's a dude.
It's a dude. Like really obvious dude. Really big
like a mentally ill dude.
Yeah, mentally ill dude with a wig on. Say that.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yes.
NBC, even Fox.
You're looking at
I
the
think even
picture
Fox
and you're
called
like,
it a woman.
yo, this is a dude with a strong jawline.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's wearing woman face.
This is a buff dude.
Yeah, it's a buff dude wearing woman face. Like,
I mean, come on.
That's not a woman.
Yeah. And they're like saying, watch out for disinformation. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's so
This
crazy.
is bullshit.
I mean, it's just more evidence of the virus, though, right? Like it
Yeah.
killed objectivity, killed reality, and it demanded strict adherence, or you were attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questioning of it would result in being ostracized.
Do you like what kind of responsibility do you feel like knowing that if you didn't take over Twitter and turn it into X, if that didn't happen, like I really think the world's a very different place right now. Like how long
Yes.
have you owned it for?
A couple of years, basically.
Imagine a couple years of it being run the way it was run before, and probably accelerating.
I mean, my account would have been suspended long ago. For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for the disinformation.
Yeah. It would have been
Trump would have never come back. Alex Jones would have definitely never been back.
definitely not.
No.
So, yeah.
Does that weigh on you? Like, I would feel like that would be a f***ing heavy responsibility.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to keep civilization going here, for longer. So, I think we at least want to build a city on Mars and become a multi-planet civilization, which I think would be incredibly important in ensuring the long-term survival of civilization.
Are you still rescuing those people that are stuck in the space station?
Yeah, that's coming up in a couple of weeks, I think.
Whoa. They've been up there for how long, Jamie? They were supposed to be there for a couple of days, right?
I think actually for like 4 weeks. Oh, they're supposed to be there. They were supposed to be up there for like 8 days.
Yeah.
And they've been up there for like, I think, 8 months. So a little longer than expected. Yeah.
What is it going to be like for those people when they get back? They're going to be a wreck for a long time, right?
Yeah, if the longer you stay up there, you get, sort of in zero G, you get increased bone loss. So it ended up being like this political football and sort of hotly contested topic. We offered to bring them back early. This offer was rejected by the Biden administration.
Why?
For political reasons.
That's so crazy.
There's no way that they're going to make anyone who's supporting Trump look good.
Wow. What do you think they would have done if they had won?
Well,
how would they get those people back?
No, they can only get them back with a SpaceX spacecraft, but they pushed the return date past the inauguration date.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they would have let you do it, but after the
Yeah.
Wow. And so it would have been them authorizing you.
Well, there isn't
to do
anyone
it.
else to do it.
NASA can't get them.
The only the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft is the only one that is considered safe enough to bring them back. So the NASA concluded that the Boeing spacecraft was not safe, so that's why they're stuck there.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
And you can't ask Russia to help.
that would be awkward.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Be a nice thing if they did. They said, guys, we'll help.
I think that for enough money they would.
You think so?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they would obviously treat it as a propaganda victory and charge crazy money.
It's just disgusting that they would use that as a political tool.
Yeah, Yeah. So, well, they were also, the Biden administration was also suing SpaceX. They had this massive lawsuit against SpaceX for SpaceX not hiring asylum seekers.
Right.
So people like say like, oh, Elon's making it up. This Biden administration wasn't against SpaceX. I'm like, bro, the Department of Justice had a massive lawsuit against SpaceX for not hiring asylum seekers, even though it is illegal for us to hire anyone who is not a permanent resident. So it is both. There's a law that says you have to hire asylum seekers, but there's also a law that says anyone hired by a rocket company, which is an advanced weapons technology, must be a permanent resident. And an asylum seeker is not a permanent resident. So it is both legal and illegal to hire asylum seekers. So why would the Biden administration launch a massive lawsuit? Again, this is public information. It's not like my imagination. Why would they launch to such a massive lawsuit against SpaceX? They're extremely antagonistic.
It just doesn't make any sense that could ever even get past the first day of someone looking at it. If it's both illegal and you're trying to enforce it, like you can't enforce it.
Yes.
This is an advanced weapons company. This is crazy.
Right. Yes.
It should be like this. Throw this out.
There's like international traffic and arms regulations is a law that is there to ensure that if only permanent residents of the United States can work at advanced weapons companies. Rockets are advanced weapons. So the same is true of like if it's like nuclear or some like bioweapon thing or something like that. So because they obviously if someone were to work at SpaceX and then leave and go to North Korea or Iran, they could build missile technology that could destroy the United States. So that's why you're not allowed to hire people who aren't permanent residents. It's logical. Basically. Logical.
So is that lawsuit still pending?
It was just dismissed.
How long was it going on for?
A couple of years.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that drives me crazy. Like that people don't understand that if you sanction lawfare like that, if you sanction attacking your political enemies, someone's going to do that to you. Like if the wrong people get in office, if new people get in office 4 years from now, 8 years from now, who knows who it's going to be? You've already set a precedent. You've already attacked someone, charged them with 34 felonies where they're really just misdemeanors, and they're also past the statute of limitation, and now you're talking all over the news that this is a convicted felon. Convicted felon. They kept saying convicted felon, convicted felon. And everybody knows what it is.
Yes.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's terrifying they could do it so brazenly to a guy who was the president for 4 years.
Right. That lawsuit was funded by Reid Hoffman, who is a major Dem donor. And also an Epstein client.
Man, so crazy that happened. Not just, what we're focusing on, but just everything they did with Trump. Why hasn't Alvin Bragg had to really answer for that? It's interesting. He hasn't had to. Yeah, and I don't even mean through the wrath of Trump or anything like that. Just in general. Like, I guess the precedent's been set. I don't know. I don't get it. You clearly can't do that. Like, he couldn't do that again with someone else. People would look at him like a corrupt prosecutor, right? They would look at it. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get how they just get away with stuff like this. But Elon Musk, man, coming under massive attacks. That lawsuit that he was talking about was just the tip of the iceberg, right? I mean, they did that, put him in a corner where it's either he just disobeys them, doesn't hire anybody who's an asylum seeker, or he did. Next thing you know, the secrets get out, and then it's all his fault, which would have looked crazy. And kind of smart by them, because that this guy's supporting Trump. That he's slowly, over the years, past 4 years, he's been snowballing towards Trump, and you see where he is now. So they're looking at it like, okay, let's get this guy in a corner, because if he disobeys us, well, then it's a lawsuit and we'll come after him. Okay. And if he obeys us, then if Trump gets in office, then the guy who helped him the most ends up being a demon, pretty much. Right? So, interesting tactics that they've taken. But what they were talking about, and you know what? I'm going to actually just, I'll do it after, but Elon getting attacked. I mean, I haven't really covered it on this channel, but I'll show you some protests and things that are going on right now. It's pretty wild what they're allowing to happen to SpaceX. I mean, the FBI is not allowing it now. They're deeming it domestic terrorism, but it's just wild what people are willing to do to Elon Musk. Not even to him, to regular citizens who just drive Teslas. It's pretty crazy. But SpaceX successfully launches rescue mission for stranded NASA astronauts. Amazing. Why doesn't NASA have the technology to do this themselves yet? How many billions of dollars has NASA gotten? Why don't they know how to do this yet? Oh, man. Just doesn't make any sense to me at all. But this is what it looked like. SpaceX crew has docked in the International Space Station to rescue stranded astronauts. Check this out. I mean, this looks so wild that it almost doesn't even look real. Like, look at this.
Approach. Traveling with a range rate of less than 0.082, which, as you mentioned earlier, it continues to get slower and slower as we make this final approach.
Pretty good. 5 meters.
Copy, 5 meters.
So the next call we should hear is CHOP, or that crew hands-off period, followed moments later by docking.
That typically comes at about 2 meters away from the International Space Station. Right now, we're less than 4 meters away.
It just looks so foreign, you know?
Less than 3 meters away.
I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, all this is
Pretty
fake.
good.
It
2
just,
meters. 2 meters
it
off.
looks so foreign.
Copy, hands off. Soft capture complete.
So they landed.
And there you heard Dragon has successfully docked to the International Space Station. We have contact and soft capture confirmed.
So what does it mean when they docked? It basically means this. Like, let me just show you here. They've docked to this. So now the astronauts can come. The ones who are, let's just say, the SpaceX astronauts can now come into the NASA astronauts' actual structure, the space station. Check this out. So this is what it looked like when they first got in. So they came in. They're like Team Elon, you know, mega astronauts here to save the day.
Onishi, the first Crew 10 astronaut through the hatch, followed by Peskov.
And obviously, a lot of these guys are very bipartisan.
Nicole Ayers, the first of the Fly's newest class of astronauts to enter, and last commander of Crew 10, Anne McLean.
So these guys have just been up there. 8 months, wasn't 800 days, you know. I just knew it was a long time. 8 months is still crazy, you know. Look at this. How happy would you be? I wouldn't even be down to hug everybody. I'd be like, let's go. Let's go. I don't know what's going to happen to your structure. Let's leave immediately. Immediately. I don't want to do the hug. Let's hug on Earth. But that's what it looked like the first moments. Let me see if there's a launch here on this article. Was this the actual launch? No, this is September. Why are they showing this? No, this is September, this launch. Where's this one? Here, let me show you a launch here. There you go. Again, looks so foreign.
Welcome to SpaceX.
That it just doesn't even look real. It's crazy what this stuff looks like. Look at this. Just how it takes off is crazy. So they're like the only ones that can do this. Why doesn't Elon own NASA? Isn't that how that works? What is NASA becoming like NATO? Like, what's the point of NASA? What's the point of it if Elon's has surpassed them? What's the actual point? What are we doing here? I don't get it. Here, let's move on to the next clip here. This is basically just some overlap. I didn't even really care about the clip because it's basically the same
Onishi,
clip.
the first Crew 10 astronaut through the hatch.
There's just a lot of people who now, like, this is Vinny from Patrick Bet David's podcast. He says SpaceX rescue stranded NASA astronauts after Biden blocked Elon's help. And then he shouts out Bill Burr in a very negative way, because Bill Burr's had a lot to say about Elon Musk, as has most people who are on the left right now. Again, this one threw me off because alien man. That's not AI. That's not AI. There's really a guy in there with an alien mask on. And right there, I'm like, okay, we live in a simulation. Right away, I'm like, okay, just clue in. But you know what? If I was going to space, I'd probably bring an alien mask too. I'd probably bring an alien mask.
Houston on 2, seals look good, no condensation.
And a mushroom shirt, and I would probably, throw it into space or something, I'd have a sense of humor about it. Just interesting to see all this. A lot of people, thank God, they're coming home. SpaceX team just joined stranded astronauts at the space station. They were left in space over politics. Don't walk away from Democrats. Run. And then here's the actual landing. This looks crazy. And just this person just sums it up so well. For all you Elon Musk haters, SpaceX just did two things. Rescue NASA astronauts that Biden left up there for a year. Not a year. We all know 8 months. We heard that. Second, that is a structure that weighs 2 million tons, falling at Mach 11.3. Just to put it into perspective, because when we watch these videos, it just looks, I don't know, it just looks like it's just flying. But Mach 11.3 is crazy.
Confirmation there from the
So right now it's landing. Can you even tell which way it's going? Is it going up or is it going down? It's actually like hovering. It's going like that right now. And it's like going into the arms. Cameraman had one job. Okay, there we go. Cameraman, you got one job. Just keep the camera on the rocket, man. You got one job, cameraman. Okay, you did your best. This doesn't happen that doesn't happen that often, cameraman. Kind of messed up. But yeah, that's how it came in. And there's people on that. That's where we're at? Really? Man, I put my tinfoil Speedo on. I'm like, is that really where we're at? It just seems so foreign. It seems so wild. Why not put more into this instead of AI? And that goes for every country in the world. But I guess they go hand in hand. And then it ends off with these astronauts just expressing their gratitude to a certain president who just took office.
We're coming back before long, so, don't make all those plans without me. We'll be back before too long.
I can tell you at the outset, all of us have the utmost respect for Mr. Musk, and obviously respect and admiration for our President of the United States, Donald Trump. We appreciate them. We appreciate all that they do for us, for human spaceflight, for our nation. And we're thankful that they are in the positions they're in.
We're coming back before long, so, don't make all those plans without.
Good for this guy being willing to say that. You could easily just not express anything, but you should express gratitude for whoever did it for you. And I'd say the same thing if Biden was the one that ended up doing it for them. Elon Musk as well. But also, keep in mind, and maybe they do. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they have access to TV and everything, but maybe they don't know everything that's going on. They're like, Elon Musk is great. I mean, he's fantastic. Is there a problem with Elon Musk? I don't understand. Huh? What happened? I'm canceled. Canceled from what? Being an astronaut. Why? Because I said something about Elon? What? I'm going to jail? Huh? My bone density's gone. I can't go to jail. But there's been a lot going on, man. Been a lot going on. Let me just type this in really quick. Let me just see if I can find this. Anti-Elon rally. Let me just see what pops up here. Oh, this is a dude saying he's getting paid for it. Let me see this. Oh, this is like a new one here. Yeah, check this out. Is this a new one? That's from January? No, that couldn't be anti-Elon. That's from the 4th. That's Serbia. Serbia's going wild. I can't wait to cover that. I hope Joe talks about that, but I'm going to talk about it on the other channel as well. They're saying F Elon Musk there. Let me just go to the vandalism instead. Tesla attack. Let me just write that. See what comes up when I write that. Yeah, it's getting pretty serious, man. The things that they're willing to do right now, again, over politics. This is, shots. Just let me put my cursor here. Shots rang out at this dealership. These cars were torched. These ones were vandalized with X on top of them. Kind of looks pretty cool. And these stations were torched. This is just something that they're fine doing. And everybody thinks it's okay because Elon Musk. But again, this doesn't affect Elon. They're doing this to regular people. I had a news story that I found. This person, throwing this. This dude, oh gosh. I didn't even cover this on this channel. This dude bought a Tesla just to smash it. That's it. That's it. He bought it just to do that to it. He spray painted it, smashed it up. He paid for it. That's where we're getting right now in regards to being anti-Elon, that you're willing to give him money so you can have the car, so you can film yourself destroying it like you're a Street Fighter character in a bonus round. It's crazy. I couldn't believe it. I gotta say, some of the graffiti. I mean, if it didn't say supports fascism, if it said something else cool, like Occupy Mars or, like something, graffiti kind of goes hard. These guys did a kind of a good job. I'm into graffiti art. I do it myself. So, the pink with the black, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice, I gotta say. But yeah,
Tesla supports fascism. Let's keep that stock going down.
So these guys are fighting to make his stock go down. Like, this attack on Elon Musk is pretty wild. And again, it seems like people are fighting to keep the waste and abuse going on, in places like USAID and all those organizations. Like, what's the actual problem with Elon Musk? See, the problem is, a big problem is they can't do this to Trump, because you could try, but it would be a huge problem and you'd be going directly at the president, right? As much as they make those little claims of like, oh, President Musk, they know he's not the president. Okay, they know he's just someone in the administration, in Doge, running Doge. They can't go to Trump Towers and do stuff like this. There's security. You're going to jail right away. So they felt like they could do it to Elon, but now apparently this has been made into, like, this is a serious matter. The FBI is now involving itself and making sure that if anybody decides to do this, that they are going to jail. I think Pam Bondi Tesla, I believe she said that somebody's facing 20 years right now. I don't know if I can find. Yeah, there it is. Let me just pull that up for you real quick.
The dealerships, they threw a Molotov cocktail through a dealership. They're looking at up to 20 years in prison. So if you're going to touch a Tesla, go to a dealer. We have people we're locking up on that. We have someone in jail right now from one of the dealerships. They threw a Molotov cocktail through a dealership. They're looking at up to 20 years in prison. So if you're going to touch a Tesla, go to a dealership, do anything, you better watch out, because we're coming after you. Wow. And if you're funding this, we're coming after you. We're going to find out who you are.
So,
hey, where's the list though? Anyway, where's the list though? You're busying yourself. I mean, very important stuff, but also, you said they're on your desk. Where's the list? But yeah, people are facing up to 20 years. This is getting pretty crazy, man. Going after Elon, but at the end of the day, the focus of the video was the fact that they actually did rescue those astronauts. It's pretty amazing. The fact that the guy is doing things like that, he's helping the government find all of its missing money, and and he's getting attacked like this relentlessly. It's very, very, very crazy. I don't even know what to say about it. Like, who's doing it? That's the thing. I can't wait till Joe gets into that. Joe's going to start covering that. I've already been covering it on the other channel. But what is this? What is this? Is this organic? I don't know. That's for another episode. Anyway, check out the other channel. I talk about it there. Like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Helps the channel tremendously. Other than that, I'm out.